Hey gamers, it's G from the corner, and man, how's it already been a month since Super Mario Party Jamboree dropped? How has it been a month, guys?
How time works.
That's how time works.
It has been a month.
It has been a month, And I honestly, I said this in the review. We were going to come back to this game to talk about it a little more once we let it simmer because, we are Mario Party pros here.
We are.
We grind Mario Party like crazy. Thousands of hours in the series, I think.
I agree. Best competitive game.
I've got a tenth of that, but sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
So, we wanted to let it simmer a bit before we really gave our full thoughts on this game and how it stacks up compared to the old Hudson titles and the other recent entries in the series. So, let's just start. Overall, what do we think of this game? Do we like it?
I love it.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
There's a solid, it's in a solid spot, but, it's very iffy.
It's very iffy.
It's very volatile, the spot it's in, This game has a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Damn.
It has, some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows.
The downs are the downtime because the game takes fucking forever.
Yeah, no, that is one thing.
Yeah, that's
sure.
One of the worst parts about the game.
That is the easiest, yeah. Let's just get that out of the way real quick. The length of game in this Mario Party is absolutely atrocious. I think it's slower than any game in the series. Is it slower than Super?
Yes, 1,000 times.
That's crazy to me. I thought Super was the slowest we were going to ever get, but nope, we can go even further beyond.
Because at the very least in Super, a lot of the boards genuinely had nothing. So things weren't happening on the board. There might be a battle minigame, but even then the battle minigames were just press, the rumble balloon. That was it, or the rumble balloon.
Yeah.
In this game, it's ally minigame that takes 3 minutes. I'll yell about those later. Then it's, okay, you land on battle space too. Do that. And then there's board events. And then, you can't skip board events. And then everyone moves slow. It's when you hit the dice block, and then they stare at the number for a second, and then count on their fingers. It's oh, shit, I gotta move 7. And then they go.
It's crazy, because Superstars fixed the pacing issues of Super. Superstars is a pretty appropriately paced Mario Party. And we're right back to, slow-ass gameplay with Jamboree. Slower than ever before. Now, in my opinion, after playing the game for long enough, I really don't think it's the worst thing in the world. For all the problems that ND Cube, Nintendo Cube, whatever you want to call them now, Mario parties have had, that is the one that really kind of matters the least, honestly. There are worse problems to have, for sure, With this game, for me, I feel like it's just if you're committed to playing a long enough game, then go for it. And honestly, 10 or 15 turns and some of the boards in this game is honestly fine by me.
From the corner, we tried playing 20 turns. 2 of us had instant migraines.
Exactly. That's why we didn't play.
That was comedic.
It's just so much time goes by and it feels like nothing was accomplished in that time because everything is so spaced out and slow. It took us a while to get used to it. Now it's not as bad, but it's still just it doesn't feel as fulfilling as playing other Mario Party games.
It feels
in terms of the length and what you're gaining out of that.
It's time. Like jet lag, you're getting used to the pace of the game. It's okay, I guess now I'm used to this.
Yeah, but
we're
gonna
go
get
back
used to it.
Yeah, no, of course. We'll go back to 6 and we'll be oh my god, wow, that was amazing. So fast paced, right?
Yeah, and I do think I think 15 turns is acceptable. I don't hate it. I have no problem playing shorter turn Mario parties, but I shouldn't have to. I should just have 20 turns of Jamboree because everything else with Jamboree, literally some of the best, if not the best in this series. Because let's spend a bit of a positive way, because I think the mini games, incredible.
Yeah,
most of the motions are great.
Incredible. I think boards stinkers. Are the best overall boards too.
Yeah, it's between 9 and 6, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah, literally there is not a single, in my opinion, board wise. I cannot believe we are here compared to where we were 6 or 7 years ago. Board wise, there is not a single genuinely unfun board.
Oh, for sure.
In the entire game, which is insane to me. That has never happened with. Oh wow, fast car. And that has never happened. Even with the best Mario parties, there is always one board where I'm I don't really want to play on that. This game, they are all phenomenal. Even something as simple as the racetrack board with barely any events.
Yeah, I had a good time on that one.
I had a great time on that. I cannot believe how even the one board we have not all played as a group, I have played though, Mario's Rainbow Castle. I had a great time with that board too. I am surprised.
Yeah, Castaway Bay Light, that's but those types of boards are always good. It's good to have a different variety of boards. The problem with Superstars, for everything that game did well, it didn't have 2 things. It didn't have dual mini games, and because they were all shit, and it didn't have boards.
Yeah, it had, again, that was the big complaint with Superstars for me. It's you play all 5 boards. You play all 5 boards. That's really it. There's not much more to it, right? You're gonna go back and play 3 of those boards because 2 of them, depending on who you ask, different 2 are not fun whatsoever. Whereas this game, every board is fantastic.
Yeah, they all have really cool, unique gimmicks, cool happening spaces, and cool events that go on.
So I have a question though.
Yeah.
Because what do you think is the biggest contributor to how slow the game actually plays?
That's a good question.
I thought it was the Ally games. There are games
really
where we don't get them.
It really is.
I don't think Ally games are a problem. I think it's just the animations. And
I think it's just. I think it might be that because the early game is always quick still. 10 turns 1 to 4 usually go by pretty fast, right?
Yeah,
but then you notice how long it takes towards the end when I guess there's more happening. More event. People are closer to other events, so events are going to happen. Mini games like battles and such are going to happen.
You know what? I think I figured out. On YouTube how you have the playback function for speed. I think they just made everything 0.75.
Yeah,
that's everything is just slightly slower.
But then they even have a fast forward button on the animations, but that really doesn't do
but
much.
it's
there should be a skip animation option for people who have
I think everybody just moves slower.
If you had 1 second for every dice roll, for the animation of them looking at it that I was making fun of earlier, that's literally over 2 minutes of just wasted time.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how crazy that is.
The allies, honestly, the ally minigames really don't bother me too much. Sometimes when you're really on a roll, it kind of puts a wrench in your plans, or it's just kind of annoying to deal with sometimes, especially because I don't think we've played a game where it's affected the outcome for us too much yet. But that's just me.
I feel like there was one game where
being able to buy 2 stars.
No one has bought 2 stars. I think literally the first game on Galleria. That was it.
Yeah.
But we played 7 games already. And by the way, the reason why we've only played 7 games is because sometimes we only have an hour and a half and we can't play it.
Yeah. Exactly. Again, that's just how the game flows. Now, great. Again, if you have the time to run the game, I will pick this game over a lot of Mario Parties, in my opinion.
Yeah, but now that comes down to personal preference because, you think you thought Mario Party 3 was the best one, and then Michael thought it was Mario Party 6, and I thought it was Mario Party 4, and those are all quality games. Me personally, I put Jamboree as the 5th best one, and I remember Froky, shout out friend of the channel, he also said it was 5th best and he put an asterisk saying major issues that make me not want to play it.
Yeah.
You can acknowledge it's great.
Michael, where would you rank it among the rest of the series?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much, but yeah, probably around the 4 or 5 spot because originally it was higher because my initial of course the slowness was there, but everything else in the game was so high. But then I realized that there's so many things that make it feel so defeating and not fun to play.
What?
Yeah, you want to say that because you've been on that train for a while.
What?
The main issue is every single game we have played, the ending has all been dictated by chance time, and no other Mario Party has had that. But this game, it feels like it's so easy to land on chance time. Plus, chance time, you can choose what you get. So you just guarantee...
Well, it was the same in Superstars, by the way.
It was the same in Superstars.
Yeah, but it was harder to get to the chance times. They weren't...
I do agree.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because we would do the event on some games to add more chance time spaces to the board in the last 5 turns.
And we would
say, there's barely any on the board, but yet we kept landing on them, you know?
because it's so easy. There's sluggish rooms and there's... They're right in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that's the problem.
In other games, they're behind
in Mario Party
gates and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
My
Superstars,
my favorite chance time location of all time is Mario Party 4 Koopa's Seaside Soiree. You need to beat the monkey banana check, the 50-50 and be small and roll a 3. So you need to be a 50% and a 40%
time spaces in a row.
Yeah, but you need to be mini while beating the banana check.
That's what counters it. That's what
exactly.
Counters
so
it,
it's so difficult.
Yeah,
to get there, and then on top of that, that's the least rewarding chance time in the series.
And also, it's RNG the chance time, which is how I feel how it should be. You shouldn't be able to choose.
I think next game they're probably gonna get rid of the blocks design. That was brought in. Was chance time in Super or no?
I can't remember.
I feel like it was.
All I know is that it wasn't in 7, and I remember saying that and the random duels are a big reason on why Mario Party 7 feels like a game where you run away with the lead because you don't have chance time, you don't have duels. This game has duels, but you can't duel for stars unless you buy or you buy a 40 coin item, right?
That's in one board.
So that's already a bit of a problem. But again, you can work around it. But then chance time swings it so much in the opposite direction that, all right, so me and Michael specifically had played so much Mario Party. Gianluca, very, very close to that amount. We played so much Mario Party. And I have never seen him so defeated because I've been behind 3 games almost in a row, and I've come back off a different chance time every time.
It's very funny because I feel like maybe it's just luck, you know? Like maybe we're going to play maybe we won't see chance time in a Jamboree game for the next 10 games we play.
But it can't be luck because you could choose the star coin swap, and then on top of that, you could usually time the first person that's being affected.
So I just want to say for the audience who's confused here, you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean you can choose? We are absolute nuts. It's a wheel, and we literally spend like 5 minutes on the screen because, like, hey, we can time it. That's it, right? Like, it's not, you know, it's easy to do, obviously under pressure.
Unless for you.
Amongst under pressure, it's a bit of a pain.
Real.
But, you know, it is something that you can do. You can prepare for it very easily. Yeah. And that is not the case in a lot of the other Mario Parts. I feel like that's not the case in Superstars.
Also, I'm not anti-chance time. Literally,
if chance time wasn't in the game, that'd be
our first 50-turn game, I lost turn 50, 2-8 chance time, lost my 13 stars for someone's 2. Like, it's not like I'm against chance time or against RNG.
No, chance time's cool.
I love Mario Party 4, and that's like one of the heaviest, like, RNG-based, like, Mario Parties, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it doesn't... In this game, it does feel defeating because it's so slow. In Mario Party 6, Mario Party 6 has some of the most random chance time. It doesn't have hand blocks, but a lot of the rest, like, there's a lot of, like...
Chance time is literally... Isn't chance time relegated to an orb in that game, or
no? That's 5.
No, right,
that's
just 5. Just 5.
But 5 and 6 have the same chance time where it's basically complete RNG.
Yeah, you literally just press...
And that's okay, because, like, that's just how the game's built around.
And that's what Mario Party's supposed to be. Not, I want to win the game, so I land on the space and choose for me to win.
And I feel bad because, like, a lot of our...
It's not even, like, you're choosing for... Like, it's weird, because it's like, okay, let me hit the thing, and then we hit 2 other things, and it kind of happened to be you. I feel like that complaint specifically... will get ironed out in other... Like, I feel like if we play other games of Jamboree, like, it won't happen as often as we think it will.
No, but we played so much Mario Party that, like, that issue was never even, like, thought of or brought up as a thing.
I do agree, but, like, excluding chance time, I feel like there are just, like, other, like, balancing decisions that are a little weird. Like, I remember that Wiggler board we played. I loved the board up until turn 10 of 15, or I guess the last 5 turns.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden star pipes are there. It wasn't even turn 10, I lied. It's halfway through the game.
Yeah, star pipes are just in the board.
Are just in there. So you have like a 12-space loop where you could buy double dices and triple dices and sluggishes and that. So it literally just encourages that. And then, God forbid, you warp to a star using the star pipe, and then you move 5 spaces to the far right of like the Wiggler board where it's dark green. And guess what space is there? A chance time space.
And Boo.
Boo with the allies.
Which lets you steal twice.
It's a very
we did have 2 star steals, which is again
stealing is fine.
I love stuff like that. I love how the ally system works. I love the integration of the ally system in this game. You know, it's funny how the economy isn't bad because that was a problem multiple times with ND-Cube. Like Super had a very bad economy.
The economy's good in this game.
It's great in this game.
Like buying and stealing multiple stars and it being pretty easy to steal stars is fine. But the fact that with other defensive options. It's just like...
No boo repellents are a big thing.
Yeah,
that as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That would be a cool item.
That would make sense for a game like this. Burn a boo and then burn a gadlight and then steal a star. That would make all the sense in the world.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's also a thing that would really help the game.
But yeah, I guess they didn't bother.
They should do what they do in... Sorry, so they did something in like Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet. We're switching to Pokemon just for an analysis. So they did this thing where they saw, damn... The same like 10 Pokemon are running VGC, absolutely running competitive Pokemon. So what they did was they said, what are the like key factors that are allowing these Pokemon to win generation after generation? It's their ability. Like everyone knows how good Intimidate is, for example. So they literally introduced an item that said, screw you, you cannot get affected by this. Like it's called the Clear Amulet, where you cannot get intimidated. What if there was just an item that was like 70 coins you only got when you were in first? It was chance time protection.
Yeah.
Like that would just be like just an example. I'm not saying it needs to be that, but it's like
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's why the other Mario Parties thrive, because there's counters to the big strong things. When this game, there's a bunch of big strong things, but nothing you can do against it.
And the lean cube, the 1 to 3 dice.
That's the thing they do have protection on, because if you just use an item, if you have a dice item,
that would be such a good
negates it immediately. Like
exactly. It should be a like mini Mega Hammer in 4 once again, where you can't use an item. Imagine using that on someone.
I don't understand why it's weird. I mean, like I get the idea. Maybe they should just lock dice items though, like that turn. Like that's it. I don't know why it's like, oh well, if you have a dice item, you can bypass it. Like that's a bit. I guess maybe it forces you to use. I don't know. There's a bit different kind of strategy there. I think what I'm realizing with the balancing in Jamboree is that one complaint that I had with Super, and not as much with Superstars, but still to an extent, was that it wasn't crazy enough, so to speak. Like, there wasn't as much quote-unquote Mario Party BS. Not like, I don't know how to put it, but like...
I have a question. Because I know where you're going with this, where you're saying Jamboree's crazy, and I agree, but do you think it's two things? One, crazy for the right reasons, and two, crazy because of the items? Or do you think it's crazy because the boards are more creative and, like, they're better paths?
Things like that. Here's a simple thing. Here's a simple thing. What was the worst thing Bowser could do to you in Superstars? Like,
a Bowser minigame, lose 10 coins.
Yeah, exactly. He steals stars in this game. He's back to stealing stars in this game, and spoiler alert, he forces a star steal on you in, like, some of the boards. I know, but I'm just saying, like, stuff like that.
I love Bowser stealing stars.
That's why design choices like that are why chance time spaces are more relevant. They looked at this is the first time they've really, like, designed new Mario Party boards that are actually, forget the super boards and forget the redesigns from Superstars. This is the first time they sat down and said, let's design a new Mario Party board like the old staff from ND Cube from Hudson never left. We're back to where we were. And they're thinking, why isn't chance time more prevalent? That's their first thought, because they're like, oh, the games are chaotic, so let's put chance time in more reachable places. Not realizing, obviously, what the implications of that are, right?
Well, it's funny, because if you think of, like, every single Mario Party, it's like, it was, excluding Mario Party 1, every single Mario Party had a perfectly balanced chance time, in my opinion. You think of 2, you only have one item, and you had to have a skeleton key, and there was no controlled rules. 3, Mario Party 3 as well, you had the reverse room and the skeleton key door. Same way, chance time was hidden like that. Mario Party 4, you had the mini, and then I already described, like, the Koopa's Seaside Soiree one. The Mario Party 5, it was an orb, and it cost 40 coins to use on yourself to involve yourself, not necessarily for the better. Like, you could have used it on yourself and then lost from chance time. Mario Party 6, the only way to get it was a sluggish room, and usually they're tucked away. And then Mario Party 7...
And also there's thwomps
unless
in
you're
6,
me.
so you can stop people from going.
But the item gameplay in 6, like, I can acknowledge, I like Jamboree. Zola has a lot of items, really good. I think 6 is very well balanced around each other.
Yeah, I think, like, it's funny, because the item ranking, for me, goes the exact same way as the game ranking, where, in my opinion, this is my top 3, 3, 6, Jamboree. That's genuinely my thought right now.
Yeah, and then,
because the reason why I love Jamboree so much is that the reason why it's not really about why I love Jamboree. It's more about why I don't have it as it's not the best Mario Party, and that is 6 clears it because it's a more balanced game, and it does better. It does balance. I guess balance is the right word.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what like specific things it does better. It's faster paced and it's more balanced.
Yeah.
And 3 has the better item system, in my opinion.
More chaotic stuff.
Right? I love the crazy items in 3. I've said this a million times. I love the wacky watch. I love the like stuff like the bank card and the game
box.
guy, the barter box.
Steals your coins.
Right?
Yeah, those are great. I love crazy items. Like if they were able to make a game where the items like Jamboree does have
Jamboree is getting there.
items.
Jamboree is. I feel like the next game will have the wacky watch in it.
Yeah, but they
honestly think it
balance
will.
those other things that like
for sure
aren't item related. Because I feel like having really strong items but not really strong like board like spaces, I think that's way better.
I think the board design is great. I just think where they put the spaces is weird.
Yeah, no, it's funny because that's always been like I feel like they've been more positive, like more blue spaces. Sorry, not more blue. Like I don't know. Like it's weird because they also have lucky spaces in this game. We didn't talk about those.
There's unlucky spaces, and I have landed on 1 lifetime.
Yeah, I can't believe they kept those in from a thing because it's like the idea is the Bowser space is the unlucky space.
Well, no, but that's literally what we said before, where it's like the Koopa Link spaces, but instead it's just unlucky spaces.
Yeah, it's
they went really simple on that, which is good.
What is it? What do they even? Can you lose 20 coins off?
Yeah,
an
you
unlucky?
can. You can give like 5 to everybody.
Okay,
you get
That's
loads.
fine.
Shout out lodestones.
Yeah,
I love
lodestones.
lodestones. Lodestones are funny.
Lucky spaces are fine. Those are all fine. Those are all great. Lucky spaces are fine.
It's just weird because it's like, what's the exact? Like, I'm trying to get to the root of the problem, but I can't figure it out aside from chance time.
Well, it's like when we did our Splatoon 3 discussion, the vibes. Mm-hmm. I would argue the vibes.
Really?
Because like there's I enjoy my time with it. I can actually say like I think it's a good Mario Party, and the future of the series is looking really bright. But it's like when we play it, I made the statement earlier where it's like, yeah, I got a migraine. Was it because I didn't have coffee for 2 days?
It was definitely that.
Yeah, I know. But then later on, Alyssa's like, oh, I can't do this. My eyes hurt. Mm-hmm. And then Mello over here is like, oh, I'm in pain. It's just like if we're playing and we're not actively enthralled. I know.
But you're still like you're looking at the screen because you're focused, but it's like, well, I'm looking at nothing because everything's moving at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
But like my eyes are still fixated on the screen, so of course you're gonna get a migraine because nothing's actually keeping your attention. You're just staring and staring, and your thought is just going into, wow, my head really, really hurt.
It's crazy to me that the pace again, I don't mind the pace that much, but it seems like it is a big issue.
Yeah.
Look, can I explain my
Yeah, go
So-
for it. Shoot.
He's looking out the window.
You're playing a game, a bunch of cool stuff will happen. You'll get like a bunch of cool events and stuff in a row. You'll get a bunch of coins, a bunch of stars, and you're like, wow, this feels so good and amazing. While it's all slow, so it's like, oh, okay, it's very slow, and I have to be patient while all this stuff is happening. And then right at the end of the game, all that gets stolen from you, and all that doesn't matter. So I was dying of boredom while doing cool stuff. So I got hints
I guess
of
that's
dopamine here and
that's
there.
a personal experience, but I understand where you're coming from.
No, but that's happened every single time. That's the whole
you.
game. That just seems like what the game's pattern is. That's how the game works.
I guess
It didn't even happen to me. The first couple games we played, I don't know who it was, but the same thing happened to them. But the last 3-4 games, that happened to me.
I guess. I don't know. It's again, I don't like. It's weird because half my Jamboree games have been 10, 15 turns actually. Like I played a few 10-turn games, and it's weird because I think in a casual environment, like this is the best Mario Party. Like genuinely
Casually,
playing,
yeah, because if you just want to look at
which
a
is very
screen and
funny.
see
You're probably
animations,
thinking,
yeah.
what are you talking about casual environment? Okay, look, I love Mario Party. Mario Party is very fun. But there is like Mario Party, the party game you bring out when you're hanging out with your friends, and you know, like a few people are going to play it, and half the group is going to either watch or team up with them and like, you know, share controllers. Or there is Mario Party, it's board game night, let's pull out the competitive game and let's get serious, right? Hey guys, what bonus star are you going for? Guys, you should go after Michael. I think he has Happening Star.
Yeah,
There's only 2 bonus stars in this game. That's
That's
also an issue. Yeah.
That sucks.
The end of the game is a lot more
sucks,
deflating.
but I feel like, every time I play the game, I try and look and see, okay, who would have gotten minigame star, right? And it never really affects the game.
It literally would. The last game.
The last game it didn't. No, the last game it didn't. It would have been like, one person would have had a 1-star lead instead of a 2-star lead. That's it. That's all it was.
Yeah, but I would have come in second.
No, you wouldn't have. No, you had
I literally would have.
You would have? Damn, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot. Last time we played,
Not
played
that those
Wigglers.
specifics matter, but like it also is like very like, I don't know, non-accomplishing when the game ends and there's like nothing happens. It's just like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. Again, I could sit here and complain about stuff like, oh, they could have added a bonus star selector, or stuff like that. But really, it's a great Mario Party on its own. It's just that the few flaws we have are like so rooted into that like competitive mindset, I suppose, which might sound weird to casual Nintendo fans.
But speaking of just casualness, I will say, like we talked about the mini games, I don't think their praises are sung enough because
it's weird.
Oh, yeah,
I don't,
that's the thing.
I don't sing the praises of the minigames often with NDQ because they've always been good. Like
Star
Rush has banger minigames, in my opinion, right? Like it's not like 10 has great minigames. Like even the bad ones have good minigames.
Yeah,
and
this
this
game
one
has, I think, some of the best minigames.
it's got some fantastic ones. There's a few stinkers like, hey, the team of 3, try and guess where the one player is going. You have 3 rounds and you have to hit him 3 times.
I don't think that's even a bad minigame.
I don't like hot.
There's some
I don't
1v3s
like
that
cross
feel like
rocks.
shit
I don't
playing,
like
and you hate them coming up. I don't mind that one.
What's
coming
the? You guys remember what the lava one is called? I don't like.
I
it.
don't know, but
Hot cross lava or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't like it
I
very
like that one
much.
too.
Cross blocks.
Hot cross
maybe?
blocks. I think that is the name. Yeah, I don't like it. That's a me thing. I think it's just one of those
bad,
ones
and
that
it
takes
makes
too
me
long.
mad and upset and sad, and then I get angry that I don't win.
Alyssa, what are your thoughts on this game compared to the other entries in the series?
I'm really a novice when it comes to all this.
But like compared to like
Um,
you played enough of ADS and like the other few.
Yeah, for sure. Like the mini games are good. I don't hate motion controls as much as I thought I did. It's definitely better than 8, but I think in terms of like the whole package, it's kind of like whenever we sit down and get ready to play, I'm like, oh cool, we're playing the new one, but also shit, we're playing the new one. It's gonna take forever. Like it's really unfortunate because it is so polished and perfect and good to look at and fun to play, and then you remember that it has one huge drawback and you can't really ignore that. So at that point it's like I'll go play 4 or I'll go play 6. I might even go play 7.
Yeah.
But it's still a good game,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like again, it ranks highly, but I feel like it's gonna like the new car smell is gonna wear off a little bit quickly with this one. Like we're gonna play all the boards and then maybe we'll play another game or two and then we're not gonna want to touch it for a while. But I feel like I want to keep playing this Mario Party. And I know I will with other groups, but with this group specifically, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit less common. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
no, ND Cube, don't take this as shots. We like what you're doing.
Who's that?
The devs, the current
devs.
devs,
No.
Nintendo Cube.
Nintendo Cube.
It's
I believe
sorry.
is their name.
It is Nintendo Cube.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They're
doing great.
Actually.
They're doing great. Keep it up, and we will be buying the next Mario Party.
In 3 years,
Or the
because
DLC
It seems like it's
eventually.
3. They're not doing DLC. Yeah, that's all for this discussion. Though I love Jamboree. We have interesting thoughts on Jamboree, but aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Keep yourselves cornered for more coming very soon on Nintendo and other things as well. Bye.
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 They're all still.